Hello, everybody, and welcome to the WildWeiler Weekly Wrap. As always, I am WildWeiler. This week, I told myself I was going to go outside and experience the world and take pictures of ducks because I think spring is underway. I've been talking about that for several episodes now, and it's just time to experience the world. But it snowed. It snowed, and I didn't want to go out and get cold and wet, so I stayed inside, which was a bit of a bummer. One of the cool things about staying inside, though, is that you get a lot of time to finish painting your Warhammer 40k Kill Team Orc Commando Squad, which was nice to just sit down and paint for a bit. I forgot, honestly, how good painting was. It's just calming and relaxing. I absolutely struggle with art, like drawing and painting and stuff like that. I've done some stained glass. I've never shown any off here because, I'm too in my head about it. And that's how I feel about, sketching and other stuff. But painting miniatures is nice because it's like a coloring book in many ways. The lines are there. And you can obviously, sort of a coloring book, enhance it if you want. There's added sculpts, there's kit bashing, there's all sorts of things. But as a starting point, I am finding painting miniatures so engaging. It's great. So I'm going to start going through pictures of my commandos on screen right now. The last few I painted are much better than the first few because if I think about it, by the time I got to the last couple, it was 10 hours in. I probably spent about 90 minutes to 2 hours on each mini, and there's 9 here. So it was a good amount of time. That's a lot of time to spend on a mini. To be honest, if you get into this, you don't need to do that. But that being said, I know people who spend up to 8 hours on a mini because they like it. And I don't think I'll ever go that high, but I'll probably spend more on my next group. My next group, of course, is the Warriors of the Astracanum. I am amazed and excited, and I just can't wait to get started on that. All the parts are coming in today in the mail. The final, custom parts I made and ordered and had printed are being shipped here. So hopefully next week we get some assembled product shots of my Astracanum Warriors. I bought some stuff for kit bashing them a little bit. They are going to be hot. And I am excited. So hopefully in the next vlog, you can see some progress shots on those. I've been enjoying painting. If you painted minis, let me know. Put some links in the comments. I don't know if you can link in these comments because YouTube. But anyways, it was cool. I liked it. This week, I went and saw Dune Part 2. The second part. The final chapter, if you will, of Dune. Because then there's Dune Messiah and Children of Dune and 5 other books or something. Dune Part 2 is a cinematic spectacular that is unrivaled in many ways. Its scale, scope, and density are just enormous in every way. It holds up to the expectations set by Part 1. I think that's the challenge when you split books apart into multiple movies. You can't live up to your own hype a bit. Dune does. Dune has no problem living up to its own hype. This is not a Hobbit situation. This is Dune, and it's great. Visually, it is brilliant. The sound design is amazing and terrifying. Unlike the first one, or part 1, if you will, the story is much more character-focused. Which is to say there is considerably less crunchy, chunky sci-fi world building because the world is built because we have entered the reaping phase. Part 1 is the sowing phase. We are reaping, and we are reaping what we sow, and it is bloody and dark and just a mess. On the note about darkness, as I was watching it, I was reminded of The Dark Knight, and that sort of era of really dark movies. And I realized that a lot of those movies that were shooting to be dark were being dark for the sake of audience shock value. Dune 2 uses darkness to portray sudden flashes of violence or brilliance or just frightening action to display that its characters are used to being in power and react violently when power is taken from them. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's great. I love it. It was really fun. It was really, really, really good. None of the dark moments felt unnecessary in terms of plot, which I don't think I could say the same for movies like The Dark Knight or what was it, 8 Pounds or whatever the heck. Where those movies were just kind of dark to be dark. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, I give Dune Part 2 the same score I gave the first part, which is a 7 out of 10. If you liked the first part, go and see it. It's great. For my money, I liked the first part more just because it has the chunky sci-fi world building that I so love. And so for me, the second part was just like, oh, this is plot. And, like, fine. It was fine. And it was great. And, but man, I missed just something happening in the first one. And nobody explaining a thing. And just like, yep, there's a whole bunch of Sardaukar here. What are they? They're the Emperor's warriors. What does that mean? I don't know. You know, like, ta-da. But by the second part, you kind of like, okay, this is what it is. Great acting all around, though. Finally, I played a lot of Project Zomboid this week. And I mean a lot of Project Zomboid this week. So rather than talking about it more, I'm going to give you a tour of my current safe house. So let's get over to that. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Project Zomboid safe house. It is a disaster. There's sticks on the ground. There's cardboard boxes everywhere. There's stuff. As mentioned before, this is on Xochi's RP server, and I'm going to show you around. So I'm playing as a character named Nathan Knighton. I'm a Pine Marten. We have power here at the safe house, which is nice. As you can see, we have a door problem. I'll get into all this stuff here in a minute. I just wanted to show off the music corner. So we have this lovely piano, banjo, and saxophone set up. But most importantly, we have this lovely little jukebox, which we can turn on. And then, I don't know, let's play some, what do we got? Let's play some rock. Why not? Classic rock. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so this is the sort of living and entertainment corner. I've brought in some nice couches and whatnot. I need to clean this up. We need to get the TV off the floor. Yeah, this is storage. We don't have a kitchen right now, so this is all just like storage. This is the electrical cupboard. There's a lot of like electrical equipment in here. This is all random stuff. This is the radio. That's a broken radio. This is like the piggy bank where the money goes. This is the sink. We have running water here at the safe house, which I'll show you. Tools are stored here. This is the battery zone. So, this is where all of our power sort of is stored in the battery zone. That's great. This is the food shelf. So, we don't have a lot of food, actually. It's mostly dried lentils. And that's fine. This is the workshop. So a lot of stuff going on here. This is more workshop storage. Here's our fuel depot. There's more fuel over here. This stuff actually needs to get moved over there because it probably shouldn't be stored by the pile of flammables and wood stove. More metalworking tools and whatnot over here. This whole back corner area is really fundamentally supplies. And this is the van. This is the battle wagon, as we have come to call it. It is the primary anti-zombie vehicle in our fleet. And I'll show you the rest of the fleet, but this is our primary transportation right now. So let's go at the back door to show you the back area. So the back area, we have a barbecue and a coffin that is empty. I originally thought that, like, I could build this coffin and bury it, and bury a whole bunch of guns in it, like Terminator 3, which is a weird reference to make, but hey, you can't. So here's a rain collection barrel in the event we need water out back. But if we go to the roof via this ladder, as you can see, we have a solar array. It doesn't generate as much power as I would like. We also have a generator up here in the event the solar array fails, and that's fine. Here's another rain collection barrel. This one has a drain coming out the bottom of it that feeds that sink you saw inside. So that's great. Yeah, I really wish I had more solar panels. If I can fill this in, I will never, like already, I think I have more power than most people on this server as far as solar goes. I'm not entirely sure. I know I probably have more batteries than anybody else, because a lot of people are hoarding guns and ammo. But here's the thing. Guns and ammo don't keep the jukebox going. So I got my revolver, which I have never fired. It has 6 bullets, and that is it. It's mostly for player RP situations. Luckily, I've never had to fire it. But then, if things get too hairy, I got my conversation axe. You know, my good old conversation axe. So, that is that. Let's keep this tour going. We'll go out the door here. So this is a broken door. I need to tear it down and build an actual wall in here because, like, that's just not going well. Oh my gosh, it's the new year. Everybody played. We missed Christmas. Ugh. There's just snow on the ground. Huh. Weird. Okay, so this is the auxiliary backup garage. It's where the rest of the fleet currently is, sort of. This is the transportation car. It's used for running into town and whatnot. It's not super whatever. This is the G-Wagon of Skillitude, which is to say it doesn't work, but you can, you know, pull parts off of it and whatnot. It needs to be towed out of here. Oops. Let me move the car forward so it's not blocking the door. Come on. What? Am I in the back? Yeah. Come on, start the car. There we go. There we go. Okay. Trunk's closed. This car doesn't work. I towed it all the way here, hoping to replace the van with it a little bit. But it's just not going to be working. This is a lawnmower that started here when we found this place, so that was great. And this is a vehicle we found in a military station. It's great. When we get it fixed, it'll be our new, probably battle vehicle. Oh, that's the jukebox. I was like, what terrifying noise is happening? Anyways, let's come over here and show you off the farm. So here is the farm. It is fully irrigated. It's just not fully complete. How are these doing? I don't know how to check plants. But it looks like they're ready to go. I'm not the farm guy in our little safe house, so I'm going to leave that alone. Because I'm the electrician. So that's it. That's my Project Zomboid base. This is on Xochi's RP server, which is quite fun. I am Nathaniel Knighton, and this has been a tour of the groundskeeper's garage or something. That does it for this week on YouTube. We have more Warhammer 40k Space Marine on Wednesday. As always, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.